never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the dreams. What I do?
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Got you. 44, Mike, 44.
Now Smith. And his pass incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And it's 3rd and 5.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Able to find Isabella. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 44.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st down, here's Breida. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Smith. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason.
And he's going to go down again. Quan Alexander in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Let's go! Let's go!
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there. I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Smith now to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They run with Breida. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. On 1st down, it's Smith. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Hey, Zoo! That's track! 44's the mic! 44's the mic! Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on. Get it.
Throwing is Smith. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Here we go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This is Hunt on the draw play. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. This is Breida. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They run again with Breida. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On the carry, it's Love. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Smith. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Go! 70, Indy.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try the air now with Smith. This one caught by Ridley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Andy Isabella with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So out now come the Cardinals, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On the handoff, this is Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give to Breida. And he gets it down to the 32.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Watch it. 61. Max box. Right. Slam. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Undercrush. Let's go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And they give this time to the tailback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They run forward, Breida, and he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, from where we sit, Brandon, it certainly appears that that touchdown should just about do it.
Probably, but I'll play the analyst here. You know we've seen some crazier endings.
That we have, and maybe we should just sit back and make sure we can stay around for the ride because it could be a wild finish.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. And the pressure gets to him again. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So the victory here for San